So have you ever wondered why some Airbnbs are fully booked week after week, but there are some homestays who are waiting for that one lonely booking every 15 days? Yes, we understand your pain, and that is why this video is very important for you. Good day, welcome Sat Shri Akal, welcome to our channel, The Homestay Academy, nurturing Airbnbpreneurs. So here is the truth. Having a beautiful property, well designed, well catered, is not enough. You need to showcase that property. You need that property to be right in the face of the correct audience. Make it enticing, create that FOMO, be visible, be engaging, be bookable. Time and again, we've got this question. Sir, I have a beautiful property, nice location. I get a lot of bookings from other platforms, but my Airbnb isn't performing. In 5 years, I got just 5 bookings on Airbnb. So what is the problem? So today with this video, we are going to share 9 proven techniques and 3 simple hacks which we actually use in our VB audit and analysis of your listing. So let's go ahead. Before we move ahead, one important thing. If you want to be a successful and a profitable Airbnbpreneur, book a one-on-one consultancy call with our team. Link is below in the description. Now, let's continue the video. First technique is the power of caption. Your listing is your first impression, and the first 50 characters can make or break your visibility. Airbnb's algorithm decides who sees your property based on this line. So much important, So the hack is simple. Never list your caption by your name. Nobody is looking for your name. What guests are looking for? Guests are looking for the storyline, the experience behind your listing. Technique number 2 is photo sells. Photos sell, not text. Nowadays, we have actually forgotten the art of reading. But we are now trained for the visual consumption, the photographs, the videos. Of course, now in Airbnb, we can list beautiful photographs. So we use that. The photographs, most important, the first touch point for your prospective guest with your listing. Third step, make use of that description. When somebody browses through your page, they're already enticed with your caption and your photographs. The next thing is they are now interacting with the description. A 500 characters limited description that gives the whole story, that shares the experience, tells everything that you are offering, each and everything that is there at the property and what is not. A clear, honest conversation with your guest. Make it like a conversation, not like a novel. We have actually, now created a technique where we put the description in bullet form. That helps. Easy to read. People understand and they make better decisions. So use this description wisely. Fourth technique, house rules, crystal clear. They are your notice board and also your shield. Ensure you take time and effort to write exactly what you're expecting from the guest and what guests should expect from your property. This saves a lot of hassles, a lot of difficulties, and shields you from upcoming claims, monetary as well as emotionally. Like for example, you can put no loud music after 10:30 p.m. Visitors must be pre-approved. Kitchens allowed for light cooking only. And of course, no illegal substances or parties. Noise travels faster in the hills. And so likewise, the gossip, Keep it respectful for neighbors. Ensure that you are in an environment where nature is there. You are in harmony with the villagers or the neighbors around you. So that is very important. Put this in a very hospitable manner, yet being firm about what you expect from the guest and what the guest expects. So technique number 5 is use smart pricing. Pricing isn't emotional, it's strategic. Deep inside our mind, we have created our home. We have, a emotional connect, a financial passionate connect with our listing, and accordingly, we also have high expectations in terms of monetary gains by hosting our guests. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. You value your product because you are engaged with that. But your mood doesn't decide the right pricing. The market decides that. That has to be crystal clear, because you are into a business. There is competition, there is, I would say, savage marketing, there is savage pricing and discounts being offered to just counter your listing. So place yourself correct. Yes, slowly and steadily you are progressing towards your aspirational pricing. We do a market survey, we decide on an aspirational price. Yes, my property demands this kind of pricing. It is valued at that. But when you start small, man. Similar listings who are already there since last 5 years commanding that price, you come in as a new competitor and you say, no, I am going to command this price. That is not good. Slowly and steadily build up your profile, build up your word of mouth, build up that revenues, earn those badges, and of course you are progressing towards your aspirational pricing. So it's better to price smart and get more bookings rather to price foolish and don't get any booking. The sixth point is be visible. I've heard a very nice quote that if you're not visible on page 1 of Google, you're not actually existing. So basically that's about getting the right SEO. So similarly, if you're not visible to your prospective guests on page 1 of Airbnb, you are not visible to them. So that is why you need to conduct a good VEB audit and analysis of your listing. Make sure you are visible, your listing is engaging, and of course you will get more booking. Be visible. List yourself on other OTAs also. There is Airbnb, there are Make My Trip, IBBO, so many platforms right now. List yourself everywhere, but make sure when you are listing everywhere, you have a certain quality, you have a certain requirements, you have certain expectations from guests. Accordingly, make sure everything is defined crystal clear in your description. And remember one thing, sync your calendars. You don't want to be getting bookings for the same night from 3 different platforms and then you are lost what to do now. Sync your calendars. Technique number 7, master quick reply. Now what's that? Airbnb has so many technicalities. It requires a lot of time, effort, and continuous understanding and learning of the product, because Airbnb changes, updates itself very, very quickly. Talking about quick replies, talking about special offers, there is where smartness comes in. See, you can use so many tools that are there on the Airbnb app. You can actually automate your welcome messages. You can automate at which time do you want to schedule your replies, when is the time you will engage with the guest with a welcome message, when is the time you will send an automated message about your contact details, about your Google Map listing location, everything. All those questions which are regularly asked and makes the whole process of checking in, the whole experience so smooth, then the guest totally loves it. Another thing is special offers. Now, in India, the people value value. A lot of people think that in India, people like to buy cheap. No, they want to buy value. They are ready to pay any kind of prices provided the value is correct. And technique number 8 is honest communication. That is very important. Now here is again the co-hosting services comes in. You might be busy in your job or in a business, but you have a beautiful property. There people are asking a lot of questions. You are not able to reply on time, not able to maintain a good response rate, or not able to understand how this communication has to be taken in such a way that from query to booking, it is converted for sure. There is where the art of communication comes in. A good co-host can work with you, ensure that this communication the response rate is good, the communication is taken in the right spirit, and gradually they're moving the query into conversions. And of course, the second thing is be honest. Whatever you promise, that should actually be there, or that should be something you can offer. Somebody is asking you that, let's say you have a property in Dehradun, how far is Mussoorie? Now in the excitement of your discussion, you wanted this person to book and you told them, oh, Mussoorie is not far, it is just 10 minutes drive. But actually it is 40 minutes drive. So 10 to 40 is a big variation. These have created a lot of issues. Be honest with your listing. And last but not the least is constant attention, constant activity. More you engage with your listing, the more it is going to understand that you love her, you like her, just like your wife, give her that attention. It requires your regular attention. It wants your time. So engage with your listing, understand what is actually happening, what are the insights showing, what is the, how many views do you have, what kind of wish list additions are being made, compare it with similar listings. There are so many tools. All this, when put together, you spend time with your listing, with your people, with your caretakers, with your property, you actually decipher a lot of understanding, and there is where true value comes in. You actually engage with your listing analytics, and the actual real problems, they become clear to you, and you solve them. You become more visible, more engaging, more bookable. So now, coming to the end of video, as promised, 3 bonus hacks. So without wasting time, let's come to hack number 1. Refresh your photos every season. New look, new clicks. Every 3 months, you can try to refresh your listing. There are seasonal variations, there are seasonal changes, there are guest expectations which are changing. Reflect that in your photographs. It will make the experience better, make your listing more valuable, more engaging, more bookable. Sometimes the demands go up and high. Use the strategy of promotional discounts. There are different categories of discount: 10%, 15%, 20%. And according with them comes different values. Explore the custom promotion tool in your listing. When you're not getting bookings, offer discounts. People love discounts. Last, set up that extra guest fee, set up that pet fee, set up that cleaning fee appropriately. In India, it's very clear. Somebody who's hosting the house is going to pay for the cleaning. Don't even try to extract 500,000 rupees. It won't work as a cleaning fee. The pet fee, if somebody is charging 2,000 rupees, how can you even think about that? People, if your listing is so, expensive that 2,000 works for you, do it. Otherwise, charge fee according to your tariff. For your pets, for your extra guests, for a lot of services which are actually imbibed in, don't even try to charge, because there is where the differential comes in. So all these techniques and hacks put together, of course, if you are somebody who doesn't have that kind of time frame, that kind of skill base, or actually the bandwidth to do all this, we at the Homestay Academy are exactly there for you. From consultancy calls to making your listings beautiful, to understanding the listing and doing a VB audit and analysis of your listing, and co-hosting. We're also into solutions like interior designing and architecture. So what are you waiting for? Use these tools and make your listing more engaging, more visible, more bookable. Do like, subscribe and comment on our channel. Thanks for watching.